Hi everybody or everyone. Quickly logging in to discuss virtue signalers. The title of this video is probably going to be, or the title of this video is probably something about virtue signaling. The words bipolar, really insane virtue signaling tactics. Anyhow, I really need to get this off the chest, and hopefully somebody can relate, get something from what I'm sharing. What I'm about to tell you guys is that virtue signalers are extremely not only toxic but fake people who, what virtue signaling is, it's when individual comes to another, points out a flaw in their character, and then pursues continuously that flaw, looks only at that flaw, and uses that flaw to make themselves look better than the individual. Sometimes groups can use virtue signaling, or sometimes it's just an individual versus another who are competing against each other, or in some cases an individual competing against another person who doesn't want to compete for envious reasons, to stir up hatred against them. Anyhow, virtue signaling is very common amongst not only Catholics, but I would say Catholics, also Presbyterians, Lutherans, and believers in, the Messiah, that these people believe that a Messiah should die, or has in the past, for their sins, which is fine to an extent. However, when they continuously think that they can just get away with anything because of the blood of the Lamb, that is categorically fake, false, incorrectly wrong. The blood of the Lamb is no excuse for very abusive, cruel, toxic, inhumane behavior. The blood of the Lamb is no excuse to put others down, to bash people's rights. The blood of the Lamb doesn't make people better, or a person better. The blood of the Lamb doesn't wash away the cruelness that a person has in their past. Whether they think it does is their own delusion, deception. The archons, as I call them, archonics, are the ones pushing the blood of the Lamb on humanity, as one of the main deceptions, which is in most of the scriptures that people read in their churches. Anyhow, virtue signaling, back to the main topic, is, for example, let's say that an individual is smoking and another person isn't. The person who isn't smoking then bashes the individual who smokes continuously, whether directly or spiritually attacks them for smoking. For example, making claims that people are selling their souls when they smoke, or that smoking is a major sin, smoking is a major error. No, there isn't anything wrong with smoking. Yes, smoking is okay. However, smoking to a large extent or extreme smoking is bad because it intoxifies the brain. Smoking in small amounts, cigarettes or marijuana, if it's legal, where in the place where you live, is okay. And there's nothing wrong with smoking small amounts, as long as the person is remaining in balance, balancing themselves out. The virtue signaler, however, will continue to pursue the person for smoking and put them down for it. Both the virtue signaler or the blood of the lamb person, I would say, are both false. The virtue signaler on one hand believes they are holier than the other person. The blood of the lamb team believes that they can get away with anything because of the Messiah who they believe has died for them, or who they want to believe has died or is dying for them. But no, the Messiah won't be dying, nor is dead. No, the Messiah isn't dying. The Messiah isn't dying for them, for the blood of the Lamb, nor the virtue signalers. Anyhow, both groups are categorically false. But out of the groups, virtue signalers truly are the worst, because this mentality is when an individual pushes others down because of flaws that they see in others. This is very common in schizophrenics. However, even ordinary people can be virtue signalers who don't have a mental disorder as a reason. Really, there's very little excuse for constantly using virtue signaling techniques. Once in a while is okay, but when individuals are constantly virtue signaling against people, for example, let's say that I'm vegetarian, or that, which I am, and somebody who isn't vegetarian happens to avoid drinking milk. Okay, so that person, which is putting the vegetarian I down for drinking milk when I don't eat meat, that is not only hypocritical, but it is a form of virtue signaling first and foremost. So please avoid virtue signaling or virtue signalers. They are very toxic. Thanks. I'm wishing you all the best.